What is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another Optc video, and in today's video we got a bit of an update in game, and it's got some information on some new level limit breaks as well as some new ship upgrades that are coming to the game as of June 9th, which will actually be tomorrow around news time. So very interesting stuff, because we actually received this Grand Voyage versus Luffy. This one right here, they want you to use Arlong Crew, and we're kind of expecting to see some, like, new level limit breaks for maybe, like, Arlong Crew and stuff like that. However, we didn't get that. We actually got this instead. So in today's video, we're going to break down the new ships, talk about the new upgrades at level 12, have a chat about their mods, see if any of them are worth leveling up, because I actually haven't really read any of these. Plus, we're going to talk about the new level limit breaks. We did get a level limit break bash, and funny enough, they're actually free-to-play characters and Pirate Festival rare recruits. So, it does seem like they're moving on to the treasure map characters now, which is very interesting, nice to see, because now it's just basically opened the door for them to do this to literally every single character in the game. So, let's take a look at the ships first, and then we're going to dive into those characters, and I'll let you know if it's worth actually picking them up in the treasure map shop as well. So, the first ship, shout out to Tony and Shiro as well, my alliance members, and some very good friends in the Discord. So big shout out for all the information provided. This is all I found over on the Stumpcord. I know you can find it on some like the subreddit Discord, all those other Discords as well. Wherever you guys find your information, shout them out in the comment section below. But the first ship is the Navy ship. Boost shooter and fighter characters attack by 500, then boost the crew's HP by 1.75. Shooter and fighters get 1.5 times attack, and then when you get their mods up at level 1, you get chance of landing on own type and paralysis removal by 1 turn. So this ship was always really, really good for a treasure map. People like to use it for the Big Mom strat with like Hody as captain, increasing your HP as much as possible, and then just binking down a boss with the double Big Mom special, the Clash Big Mom. So this seems quite interesting. I, at the moment, have always been looking at the ship's first mod to see if it's worth leveling up. So getting this second mod is so expensive, and if you guys saw my community post, it took me 100,000 cola on top of like the amount of belly and the super cola, the 20 super cola on top of the 15,000 it takes you to get to level 12 as well. So ideally, when it comes to a ship, you want to be looking at this primarily, and then ideally this particular first effect, because it is quite easy to get that first effect. So overall, it's an okay ship. Definitely not one you want to be leveling up, because to be honest, it really only had one benefit in the game, and that was basically it, being treasure map, and it kind of just still does the same thing that you wanted it to do. So moving on, the next ship is the Blackbeard ship. The ship you get from doing the Teach Forest, fairly easy nowadays. Boost HP by 1.75. It's a lot of HP, holy shit. 1 turn of cooldown at the start of the fight, and then boost the attack by 1.75 if you have a striker, fighter, shooter, and slasher in your crew. If the driven and powerhouse characters on the team, if driven and powerhouse, does that mean you need both? You need both the classes to get this. If driven and powerhouse characters are on the team, boost crew's attack by 1.1. Whoa, hold up. Is that the highest attack ship in the game? Besides, obviously, like, the Shark Superb at, like, max level. So, like, what do they want? They want 1.75 times 1.1. Now, obviously, this ship is made for, Dex Blackbeard. 1.925 passively? That's crazy, man. That is a big buff. Holy shit. Plus, you get 1 turn of cooldown here as well. Like, damn. Now, this shit was built for V1 Blackbeard, obviously, once he released. And he's a driven powerhouse character, so that's why it leads me to believe you need a driven powerhouse on the team. But literally, from me recording this video, we get a new Blackbeard tomorrow, who's a driven powerhouse. So, interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. If you do run the new Blackbeard, obviously, you need to run, like, powerhouse units on the team, or, like, Dex units, I guess. This is interesting. Really strong ship, man. Really strong ship. Level 1 gets 2 turns of cooldown. That means this ship gives 3 turns of cooldown. Holy crap, this ship's cracked. This ship is so good. And then 1 turn of bind, that's kind of nice. But, like, this is awesome. Honestly, this ship might be worth leveling up. I wouldn't do it straight away. And that's a preface I want to make a statement on all of your cola. Don't level up unless you have to or you need to. Kind of like what we see with Grand Voyage. Like, Moby Dick's so good right now because, like, it's needed for a particular piece of content. But this is that's a really strong ship, man. Like, really, really strong. Alright, moving on. The Queen, Mama Shanta. Boosts the chance of landing on matching orbs and gives HP of 1.5 times. That's so much HP, man. These ships are just crazy, dude. If your captain is driven or powerhouse, boost attack of strength, dex, and quick characters by 1.7 and by 1.8 after 3 consecutive perfects. Allows strength, dex, and quick to obtain recovery orbs and similar orbs through perfect taps. Damn, that's kind of good. Changes the bottom row orb to a recovery orb. So now that both like, oh wow, okay. So it used to be the bottom right, now it's the bottom row. Okay. And at level 1 mods, strength, dex, and quick get a cooldown, which is nice. And then special 2 turns recovery orbs into Selma slots. Isn't it? It's meant to be Semla, right? Yeah. I used to say Selma. See, this is where I probably got it from. It's Semla. Yeah? Is that how you say it? I used to get so much slack for this. Yeah, this is really good. Really, really good ship. I like this. This is a really good mod. Because Semla orbs can't be rotated. Very, very nice. So they're the 3 ships. Okay, so they're the 3 ships that we got. That's really interesting. Out of the 3, the Blackbeard ship's definitely one that stands out the most. The Mama Shanta, it's interesting, but if you were to like level a ship up and get their level 1 mod done, this one here is by far the best. Like that's a one, like that buff is still blowing my mind. On top of that, you get 1.75 HP. Like that's crazy, dude. That's really, really good. Like really, really good. Let's move on down now. Let's take a look at the level limit breaks. Level limit break additions. Again, shout out to Shiro for this one. Shout out to Tony for the ships. Level limit break additions. Strength, treasure map Mihawk. The very first treasure map character. The very, very first is getting a level limit break, which is so, so wild to me. His captain reduces Slasher's charge by 1 turn aside the quest. Their attack by 4.25, HP by 1.3. Makes their quick recovery and tandem have matching slot effects. And on the turn the character uses the special, boost the attack of characters with Slasher as their first class by 5.3 times. I don't like this line. I don't like this. If this didn't have the first class in it and it was just a Slasher, then it would be so much better. But 4.25 is pretty low nowadays. 5.3 is good, but like, it's whatever. It's a free-to-play character, though. You're never going to use it as a captain, let's be real. Deals 150 times character's attack to all enemies in non-type damage. Reduces barriers by 2 turns. Oh, hold up. If Captain is Slasher, locks the chain multiplier at 3.25 for 2 turns. And then boosts Slasher slot effects by 2.25 for 2 turns as well. Makes quick orbs matching for Slashers. Interesting. Interesting. I like the barrier removal. But as for this character, definitely not one that you're going to need. This character has a really, really good stat support. So I know a lot of people already have them at level 150. So if you do, be happy that you're actually getting this. But like, it's not something that I would prioritize. Definitely not. Next, we've got Int Whitebeard. Okay, this character was really, really good on release. Still is quite good now, but has definitely dropped off a lot. Still good in Treasure Map for Wave Clean, I guess. Reduces cooldown by 1 turn to start the fight, boosts Crit HP by 1.5, and Crit attack based on the amount of HP. 2 times at full, 5.5 at low HP. So, like, low HP, 5.5 would be at 1 HP. Pretty nice until 5.5. That's actually really, really good. But being a low HP, I hate low HP captains. They're so finicky to play with. His special cuts the crew's HP by 50% and changes all slots, including lock into Int. Boosts the type effects of Striker and Powerhouse characters by 1.5 that can be overwritten. Okay. And deals 150 times his attack in non-type true damage to all enemies. So that's, like, fixed damage, I guess. Oh, no. True damage is like, is that his color? Might be like his color or white damage. I'm not sure. And if the enemy is immune to delay or status effects, boost the slot effects of the crew by 2 times. And if they have a barrier, boost his own attack by 2.5. Wait, no. Boost the crew's attack. Oh, hold up. 2.5 times attack to the crew if there's a barrier. Okay. Obviously, like, this last line here is very scarce. The enemy needs to have a barrier to get that. But that's a lot of damage from a free-to-play character. Like, a lot of damage. So, he's quite nice. Again, not a character I would prioritize doing. But it's interesting that they are giving these characters these particular buffs. The last 2 characters are Treasure Map Ace and Cavendish. Okay. Interesting. So, Ace's level limit break captain boosts strength, sight, and quick characters as long as they're all on the crew. Their HP and recovery by 1.35, and if they have a strength slot, they're a 5.25 times captain, 4.25 otherwise. Okay. When tapping with this character with the strength slot, boost the damage dealt to ignited enemies by 1.5 for 1 turn. That's actually interesting. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Changes all slots, including block to strength. Applies ignites to all enemies for 1 turn. Reduces chain lock and decreased chain growth rate by 5 turns. And boosts strength quick psi attack by 2.25 for 2 turns. If your captain is free spirit, make strength slots have matching slot effects for strength, quick, and psi for 2 turns. So the idea was that if you had him as captain, you'd get all of those benefits of strength orbs being matching. Okay. I like that he's now a self-proccing conditional boost. However, it's 1.5 and it doesn't go through full immunity. But the 5.25 is really, really good. Plus, he has a way to generate his own strength orbs. I think he's probably the best that we've seen out of this batch. 60 base stats for free spirit and makes PST matching for crew. Makes psi matching for the crew. Okay. Interesting stuff. I don't really see too much play with this ace, but like I do think he's probably the best that we've read out of these treasure map characters. Finally, we've got Cavendish from the treasure map, not rare recruits, the treasure map free-to-play characters. If I've been saying rare recruits this whole time, I do apologize. He boosts driven characters by 4.5 times, HP by 1.2, heals 2 times. This character's recovery at the end of the turn, and if the crew lands 3 or more good or betters strikes in a row, boosts driven characters attack by 5.625. Why is that so high? Why did they give him such a high captain ability? Holy shit. That's nuts. However, it's just for driven, so like it's kind of whatever, but still 5.625 for a free play character is kind of crazy. Removes all beneficial effects from the crew. Reduces cooldowns by 2 turns on the middle row. Sets all defense to 0 for 1 turn and heals 12,024. It's a weird number. Changes the crew's block slots and unfavorable slots to matching, and then boosts driven attack and slot effects by 2.25 for 1 turn. So massive, massive increase to his special. This guy seems pretty good, honestly. It's weird that he has the 2 turns of cooldown to the middle row and then sets defense to 0 for 1 turn. That's super odd. But I think he's also a side, like, because he's side driven, you can use the Zoro support for a 1.3 times conditional boost. The one that came out with Killer and Hawkins. Interesting stuff. I actually really like the Cavendish. I actually think the Cavendish is really, really good. I think the Ace is probably the best out of these particular characters. Mihawk's kind of whatever. Honestly, Mihawk's probably the worst. Whitebeard's not terrible. He's just quite niche. And then Cavendish is definitely the best. Next, we've got 2 Pirate Rumble rare recruits in Kaku and Noland and Colgara. So Colgara and Noland to me have always just been pretty crap, to be honest. I don't really care about them too much. But let's take a look at what they do. For the first 40 seconds of battle, self-attack up level 5, in enemies get level 6 defense down. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And in the last 40 seconds, self-attack up level 6, CT up level 6, speed up level 6. So these guys are always really, really good at the back end. They used to go on like a slasher team. And then come in and they'd be able to bink a unit. Now they're kind of trying to nerf Int a little bit, which is good because Sai needs the help with that. Their special targets self-attack up for level 7 for 35 seconds, speed up level 7 for 35 seconds, and then targets 1 enemy for attack of 2.75 damage, which is okay damage. Targets 2 high defense Int enemies for 2,500 fixed damage now. Okay. And he completely avoids action bind and reduces in damage by 35%. It's a nice buff, but I don't think it saves the characters, to be honest. Like, for me, this character has always been bad. I know there's some Colgara and Nolan stands out there. Let yourself be known in the comment section below, because your boy's getting some love, or your boys are getting some love. But I still think they're bad. Like, I don't think they're good enough to run on a team. As a bench option, I guess they're an option at best, but like that's really cutting it. Next, we've got my homie Kaku. I actually still use this Kaku. I think this Kaku is really, really good, especially on strength slashes. Really, really good unit. Strength teammates get HP up level 5, speed up level 5 in the first 40 seconds. Dex enemies get CT down and defense down level 5. That's really good. The CT down's really, really handy. Like, really, really good. It's only for the first 40 seconds, though, and Dex are built up around back-ended damage. But it could absolutely, like, cuck units with, like, not popping off their specials so much throughout the run. So, it saves you a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. The Rumble special targets enemies in a medium range horizontal for 2.2 times damage, and then targets Dex enemies for defense down level 5 for 20 seconds. I swear they added something else to him. I feel like there's something missing here. Is there something missing here? I thought there was something missing here. I thought he did something else to Dex enemies, but I swear he does like the... No, he does that in the Look, he's good. Maybe like he only did the defense down and he's passive, and now he does anything special as well. Completely invades paralysis and then reduces damage for Dex by 35%. I did see a post about Kaku, and I feel like he does more, but let me know in the comment section if there's something missing there. But again, huge shout out to Tony, huge shout out to Shira for all the information provided. I do appreciate you guys. Out of these two, Kaku's by far the best of the two. I don't even run Colgar Nolan anymore, and I still use Kaku, so it's nice to see that they are doing this. I think adding these buffs to PvP recruits is incredible, because it means that they can easily do it to the PvP Legends as well. But let me know your thoughts and opinions of these buffs in the comment section below. As you can see here, this is all the fun stuff. We are getting a new Akainu, but we're not going to touch on that in today's video. That is a video for another day. But if you enjoyed the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.